The story of Zechariah and Elizabeth is found in the Gospel of Luke chapter 1 verse 5 to 80. Zachariah was a faithful man. He was a priest, a man of God, and a husband to Elizabeth. But despite all his devotion, there was one thing missing in his life, something he and his wife had prayed for, year after year, a child. For years they had waited, hoped, cried, but no child came. And now? They were old. Too old, they thought. Their dream had faded into silence. Then one day, everything changed. Zachariah was chosen to enter the temple and burn incense, a rare and sacred duty. As he stood alone, the smoke rising in gentle curls, a figure appeared. An angel. "Do not be afraid, Zachariah. Your prayer has been heard. Your wife, Elizabeth, will bear a son, and you will name him John." John, a son, a miracle. But Zachariah, he just couldn't believe it. Zachariah, hesitant, doubtful. "How can this be? We are too old." "Because you did not believe, you will be silent. You will not speak until the day this comes to pass." And just like that, he could not speak. Months passed. Elizabeth rejoiced. She knew this was a gift from God. But Zachariah, he could only listen, only watch. His silence became his lesson. And then, at last, the day came. A healthy baby boy, a promise fulfilled. The people asked, "What will his name be?"
"His name is John."
But the people were confused. No one in their family had that name. They turned to Zachariah. Surely he would decide. "His name is John." Suddenly, Zachariah's mouth opens. His voice returns. He gasps, then laughs, then praises God with all his heart. At that moment his silence was broken. His faith was restored. He had doubted, yes, but God's promise was never in doubt. John would grow to be a prophet, preparing the way for Jesus. And Zachariah, he had learned a lesson we all must remember. Faith means trusting, even when we don't see the way. Lesson of the story of Zachariah. The story of Zachariah teaches us several important lessons. God's timing is perfect. Zachariah and Elizabeth longed for a child for many years, but their prayer was answered at the right time, according to God's plan. Even when things seem delayed, we must trust that God's timing is always best. Faith over doubt. Zachariah doubted the angel's message because it seemed impossible. As a result, he lost his voice. This reminds us that doubt can sometimes silence our faith, but trusting in God allows us to fully experience His blessings. God's promises never fail. Even though Zachariah struggled to believe, God remained faithful. What He promises, He always fulfills, even when we don't understand how. Obedience leads to restoration. When Zachariah finally obeyed and named his son John, just as God commanded, his speech was restored. This teaches us that when we align ourselves with God's will, we experience renewal and blessings. Every role is important. John, the son of Zachariah, would go on to prepare the way for Jesus. This reminds us that God has a purpose for each of us, and even when we don't see the full picture, our faithfulness can impact generations to come.
Hi, friends. If you enjoyed this story and feel inspired, there's so much more where that came from. On this channel, we dive into uplifting, faith-filled content to encourage you in your journey. If you're looking for more inspiring Bible stories, lessons of hope, and moments to strengthen your faith, hit that subscribe button now. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Together, let's grow in faith and share God's love with the world. See you in the next video.